Nigri ni Mwanzo. Go is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, Immanuel, Matthew 1:23, whose name means go with us. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, Nigeria, which means land of the gods. T Swahili, Tower of Babel, Kunta Kinte. Amani Kutoka, you peace from above. How y'all doing? Welcome to Blacks TV, where Wednesdays and Saturdays we teach the book of life. Kitibucha Uzima, reading from the New Testament of Emmanuel, Agano, Jipya, Imanuel. Reading from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 9. Then Saul, still breathing threats and murder against the disciples of Emmanuel, went to the high priest and asked letters from him to the synagogues of Damascus, so that if he found any who were of the way, whether men or women, he might bring them bound to Jerusalem. As he journeyed, he came near Damascus, and suddenly a light shone around him from heaven. Then he fell to the ground and heard a voice saying to him, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? And he said, who are you, Emmanuel? Then Emmanuel said, I am Emmanuel, whom you are persecuting. It is hard for you to kick against the goal. So he, trembling and astonished, said, Emmanuel, what do you want me to do? Then Emmanuel said to him, arise and go into the city, and you will be told what you must do. And the men who journeyed with him stood speechless, hearing a voice, but seeing no one. Then Saul arose from the ground, and when his eyes were opened, he saw no one, but they led him by the hand and brought him into Damascus. And he was 3 days without sight, and neither ate nor drank. Now there was a certain disciple at Damascus named Ananias, 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 and to him Emmanuel said in a vision, Ananias, and he said, here I am, Emmanuel. So Emmanuel said to him, arise and go to the street called Straight, and inquire at the house of Judas for one called Saul of Tarsus. For behold, he is praying. And in a vision, he has seen a man named Ananias coming in and putting his hand on him so that he might receive his sight. Then Ananias answered, Emmanuel, I have heard from many about this man, how much harm he has done to you, to your saints in Jerusalem. And here he has authority from the chief priest to bind all who call on your name. But Emmanuel said to him, Go, for he is a chosen vessel of mine to bear my name before Gentiles, kings, and the children of Israel. For I will show him how many things he must suffer for my name's sake. And Ananias went his way and entered the house, and laying his hands on him, he said, Brother Saul, Emmanuel, who appeared to you on the road as you came, has sent me that you may receive your sight and be filled with the Holy Spirit. Immediately there fell from his eyes something like scales, and he received his sight at once, and he arose and was baptized. So when he had received food, he was strengthened. Then Saul spent some days with the disciples at Damascus. Immediately he taught Emmanuel in the synagogues that he is the begotten Son of God of gods. Then all who heard were amazed and said, Is this not he who destroyed those who call on his name in Jerusalem, and has come here for that purpose, so that he might bring them bound to the chief priests? But Saul increased all the more in strength, and confounded the Jews who dwelt in Damascus, proving that Emmanuel is the teacher. Now, after many days were passed, the Jews plotted to kill him. But their plot became known to Saul, and they watched the gates day and night to kill him. Then the disciples took him by night and let him down through the wall in a large basket. And when Saul had come to Jerusalem, he tried to join the disciples, but they were all afraid of him and did not believe that he was a disciple. But Barnabas took him and brought him to the apostles, and he declared to them how he had seen Emmanuel on the road, and that he had spoken to him, and how he had taught boldly at Damascus in the name of Emmanuel. So he was with them at Jerusalem, coming in and going out. And he spoke boldly in the name of Emmanuel, and disputed against the Hellenists, but they attempted to kill him. When the brethren found out, they brought him down to Caesarea, and sent him out to Tarsus. Then the tabernacles throughout all Judea, Galilee, and Samaria had peace, and were edified, and walking in the fear of the God of gods, and in the comfort of the Holy Spirit, they were multiplied. Now it came to pass, as Peter went through all parts of the country, that he also came down to the saints who dwelt in Lyd- Lydda. There he found a certain man named Aena, Aeneas, Aeneas, who had been bedridden 8 years and was paralyzed. And Peter said to him, Aeneas, Emmanuel, the teacher, heals you. Arise and make your bed. Then he arose immediately. So all who dwelt at Lydda and Sharon saw him and turned to Emmanuel. At Joppa, there was a certain disciple named Tabitha, who is translated Dorcas, which is no. There was a certain disciple named Tabitha. This woman was full of good works and charitable deeds, which she did. But it happened in those days that she became sick and died. When they had washed her, they laid her in the upper room. And since Lydda was near Joppa, and the disciples had heard that Peter was there, they sent 2 men to him, imploring him not to delay in coming to them. Then Peter arose and went with them. When he had come, they brought him to the upper room, and all the widows stood by him weeping, showing the tunics and garments which Dorcas had made while she was with them. Uh, no, Linda. Okay. No, that's what they trying to and garments which Linda had made while she was with them. Yeah, okay. L-Y-D-D. Yeah. Which Lida had made while she was with them. But Peter put them all out and knelt down and prayed. And turning to the body, he said, Tabitha, arise. And she opened her eyes, and when she saw Peter, she sat up. And turning to his body, to the body, he said, No, Linda, Lida. You ain't gonna keep changing this woman's name. And he said, Alida. He said, Lida, arise. And she opened her eyes, and when she saw Peter, she sat up. Then he gave her his hand and lifted her up. And when he had called the saints and widows, he presented her alive. And it became known throughout all Joppa, and many believed on Emmanuel. So it was that he stayed many days in Joppa with Simeon, a tanner. Yeah, I see what they done. Yeah, trying to put in. There was a certain disciple. No, I mean verse 35. So all who dwelt at Lydda and Sharon saw him and turned to Emmanuel. Tabitha. My bad. Tabitha. There was a disciple named Tabitha. Right. There it is. My bad. Lindy is the name. Tabitha. Tabitha. Tabitha, arise. Yeah, my bad. Anyhow, as I said before, I don't read this ahead because I'm learning as I'm reading. I'm learning as I'm teaching. Like I keep saying time and time again, he's the microphone. I'm the speaker. Speaking to the microphone comes out to me. Yeah. So there are mistakes to be made. Tabitha, arise. His name is Tabitha. Right. I got it mixed up with Lida. Lida is the place. Tabitha was at Yopa, who is a disciple. Tabitha. Okay. Yeah. Tabitha. Anyway, as you can tell, one more time, it's talking about how these people were seeing things in their dreams and so on and so forth. And it leads me to believe that, it's not by choice, by design. When you spell out design, D-E, and get rid of the D-E and just S-I-G-N. I-D, 1, 2, 3, sign. By the signs. And by the signs and everything, it was brought about that through dreams and through understanding Emmanuel. As you notice, that's all I was talking about is Emmanuel. That's all we're supposed to talk about is Emmanuel. One more time. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, which is to enlighten those who seek his truth. Not my truth, his truth. The truth that he showed me. When I asked him, who am I? He told me, there you go. There it is. He the one told me, after I asked him, where is my history? He said, there's your history right there. The book of life. There it is, right there. In Revelations 3:5, 13:8, 17:8, 2012, 2015, 22, 21, 27, 22, 19. And not once does it ever call itself Bible. Not once does it ever call itself Bible. But 7 times Book of Life. Not what I printed, what was already there. And what was there for those who see, who's supposed to see. I see because that's my destiny. One more time. It's my destiny to see what I see. And through my big brother, pay attention to me. He is God of Gods, period. One more time. When you can look at that J and say Jesus, 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 then you can look at Matthew 1:23 and see Emmanuel, I am Emmanuel, whose name means go with us, whose name means go with me. Trip, C's, trip, C's, trip, C's, cool, calm, collected, WWW, whole wide world. In the name of Emmanuel, enjoy your hump day and stop brain whitewash. Look at that J and say what you see, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Then you can see Matthew 1:23, because it's as simple as that. Matthew 1, 2, 3. In the name of Emmanuel, hump day.